Well, you said at one point a fan approached you and said that he went to prison because of your music.
Yeah. I heard that actually a few times. Yeah.
He was 20 at the time.
Gotcha.
How'd you feel when you heard that?
It does not. It don't feel good, man. And it goes back to saying why I do certain things now. Is how would that make you feel? You know what I'm saying? Like as a youngster, that'd be cool. Yeah, you did your thing. But now it's like you don't want that, bro. Like that's a feeling that don't sit right. Hey, I went to Penn. I was doing skits to your music, bro. You had me pumped. Now if someone tells me, bro, and I get this a lot now too. The tables are turned. Hey, man, I open my business. You motivate me to do this. I get that numerous times now on my Instagram and DMs and messages, man. I love that stuff. Makes me feel good. You know what I mean? That, of course, I don't want to hear someone, man, I did time. I had to go to prison because your ass motivated me to go there. Who knows how many people we influence to do crazy shit. Yeah. And mind you, that's not the intent. It was just us relaying and illustrating our lifestyle, the shit we were doing. And of course, when you're young, you're pumping your chest, you're proud. There's a difference between the music I was making 20 years old versus the age I am now,
Well, we mentioned awax. Me and awax had a little situation a while back. Basically what happened was during this time I was a known mixtape DJ and he paid me to host his mixtape. So I did my drops. Yeah. It was just very standard, kind of drops. Coming to find out, it comes out on a mixtape where he's dissing all his ops. Yeah. I had no idea this was happening. And I remember at the time I was doing the documentary Ghost Ride the Whip. Yeah. I was hanging out with all the Thiz dudes and everything. Mm-hmm. I remember who was it? I think it was Pretty Black, who passed away now. He approached me and he was like, and it was a very respectful kind of thing. I think some people were trying to say that I got pushed up on it. That wasn't the case at all. Yeah. I would say if that's what happened. Yeah. But he was like, hey man, listen, we understand you host this mixtape, and on the mixtape, he's dissing all of us. Mm-hmm. And I was like, bro, I had no idea. Yeah. Honestly, like if you look at all my drops, I'm not dissing them. I had no idea. So me and him had a little bit of a back and forth.
Gotcha.
But recently, not recently, maybe a few years ago, he reached out to me, and I guess he had signed EBE Bands. Okay. The white rapper out of Chicago. Oh, yeah. And I did his first interview. EBE Bands got killed a few years ago. Yeah. They actually just picked up the last dude that was involved in his murder in Mexico.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about his situation.
He was like hiding out in Mexico. They finally picked him up.
Shit. Gotcha.
And awax was basically, hey man, listen, like, this is all water on the bridge. I don't feel this way anymore. And I'm like, it's all good. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was really like, whatever, man. Like, when you're a social, on social media and you're a public figure, you're used to sometimes going back and forth with people. And nothing ever happened. Yeah. We never ran into each other. Yeah. No money got lost. No one got touched. So when he said that, I said, cool, man. It's all good. Like, I'm not tripping. You're not tripping. Yeah. And he even mentioned how, like, EBE Bands, like, he was like, yo, like, he really owed, like, his whole career to you because that interview really kind of put him on the map. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. And he ended up signing him at one point. Nice. So some people know about the little back and forth with me and awax, but when he reached out to me, the first thing I said was like, yo, bro, it's all good. Yeah.
I don't know much about that. I do recall the mixtape. I do remember seeing your name on the mixtapes and stuff like that. It's obviously because it's from my area too, you know what I mean? Yeah. And Wax is a good dude, man, and I've known him for a long time. I feel like he's grown so much as an individual too, and we recently we've always been cool, but we actually became more friends now, and I'm very particular on who I consider a friend, you know what I'm saying? And we, when we kind of reignited our, it was about networking and stuff like that. We sat down, there was a mutual friend, he did a lot of time, he came out, he's like, man, you and Wax need to link back up, man, I'll put it together. And we was actually just chopping it and bouncing a lot. We have a lot of history with wood and stuff, and he's an intellectual dude, man. He's actually a good, smart, intelligent dude, and we decided to work, and I don't know, like I said, your guys' situation, but I definitely know he's a lot more level-headed now than he probably was once. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, listen, at the time I was like, you could have told me this is what the mixtape was about.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I could have made the decision.
But that's probably him. He's probably like, fuck it.
I could have made the decision whether or not I wanted to do it or not.
That was probably a double jab for him at the time.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know,
like, oh, look, I'm dissing him and I got Vlad on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, because I became cool with the jacket and all these dudes, the mob figures.
Yeah, I was cool with Jacket
like
too. Yeah, that was my boy.
Rest in peace. That killed me when I heard that shit.
Yeah,
it really
but you gotta
killed
keep
me.
in mind, man, that all that stuff, and I'm not gonna touch into because I don't know the details, but all that stuff that happened was his immediate circle. There's a lot of people that went to prison for long, but they went 16 years stretches. You know what I'm saying? And so, and I don't know the details. I don't know, so I'm not gonna put nothing out there. But there's a reason he was probably in his feelings because that was his immediate circle. Those were his main homies. That you know, of course, you know, he's probably gonna feel some kind of waivers towards anybody. You know.
Yeah, man. Listen, in retrospect, the thing with me and him was so minor.
Yeah. You guys are good now?
Yeah. Like I said, no, we exchanged messages.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We emailed, I think we emailed or texted back and forth.
Cool. Yeah.
And it was like, hey, bro, he's like, I was, I was on some bullshit back then. And I was like, yo, bro, it's cool. Like, it really, honestly, it really was like, that's fine. I accept whatever you're putting out there. And, I was probably on some bullshit as well during that time, and I wish you all the best.
I think it'd be a good look. Have him on here, man. You guys talk that out because he's definitely got a strong fan base still, man. Talented individual, and he's came a long way in his career too. Yeah,
and you guys have a podcast together.
Yeah. We try to do it, man, but we so busy, man. That shit's hard to do, man. It's very hard to get in there.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, it's tough. I commend you on this, man, and to sit with people and to find people that are interested in and get good conversation. I commend you on that, man, because my lifestyle, I'm zipping and running so much, it's tough.